Check, check. Yo, Freeze, what up, man? Oh, we're doing your piece today. Doing your piece. Jordan, what's up? Hey, what's up, Panda? Same old, just back to the grind. Okay, so right now we're a little bit behind schedule. I didn't get to do a lot of prep work for this build for a couple of reasons. First being, I just got slammed yesterday with a lot of personal stuff and a couple DIY orders. But we here, it's all good. Yep. Yo, Ricky Tam VA, what's up? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Nice top down, dude. Hey, Raichu. Oh, you haven't been here in a while, huh? I've been doing this stream for a long time now. Well, actually, no, maybe about like 2 months. I've been doing yeah, the top down. My homie Rush Fox put me onto some tech on how to film like this, and I still look. It's actually a remote cam. It's so sick. Like, there's no lag. I don't even know how the hell it works so good. I'm not tethered to the computer at all. I used to use some other. Well, for my other rooms, I have like other cameras set up on like old iPhones, and they're like really slow. They're like 15 FPS. I don't really need it to be fast for those rooms, but like for this, right? You want it to be like really crispy. Yeah. It's called IV, like I as in I, V as in Victor. IV cam. I don't know if you're on iOS or. Yeah, if you use IV cam, it's so good, dude. Yeah, it's an app. Yeah, it's and then it's a PC app and a phone app, right? And then you launch it. Obviously, you have to launch it on both sides. But once that's good, yeah, real Raichu, same thing, bro. It's awesome, man. And look how clear it is. It's clear. Like, I'm literally. I don't know if that matches up the sound, the snap, but it's super clear. Yeah, IV cam, man. And then you can have, like, if you have old, like, I'm not even using my main phone. I'm using my old iPhone 12. Yeah, good enough, right? All right, so that. And then, guys, Frieza did this graphic today. Borderlands graphic. I'll leave this up here. I'm gonna grab all the buttons that we need for. I have to install these bad boys. Honestly, it doesn't even matter what order I put them in, but I try to keep everything in order. All right. Me either. I haven't played anything besides Street Fighter. Yo, guys, oh my god, I played rank yesterday. I don't like playing rank. It's just not my mode. I don't need the stress, and I'm not that try-hard, okay? But my thing about ranked is that I try to get to a point where I could play good players. That's always been my thing. Like, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm only matched up against like bad players. You know what I mean? I'm not saying bad. Let's say less skilled, right? That's a better term, right? So I played Street Fighter 6 ranked because it's a new ranked cycle, and I figured out that if I just get to Grandmaster, right? That means I could fight everybody from Ultimate Grandmasters to Legends. You know, if I ever want to hop on. And also, not only like from the system perspective, but just from the like when you're in the battle hub, like, or if you're doing like matches, the people will, like, for instance, like I even might just skip like a base master, you know what I mean, just so I can get like a little bit better training time, you know what I mean. So yeah, just from like the visuals aspect of it, when people try to verse you, they're like, okay, like this guy's worth fighting, or at least it's worth their time to train with. That's all I really care about. But anyway, I got to Grandmaster, and holy moly, like that's where all the 2000 MR players were yesterday. They probably have climbed the ceiling and pulled the ceiling up back to like maybe at least 1900 or maybe 1800, high 1800s for legend rank. But literally, like, all the killers were in Grandmaster. It was like crazy. All the pros were up there. I ran into so many pros yesterday. What's up, Blaster? Oh yeah, you didn't really like Borderlands 3? Borderlands started back in like the Xbox, right? Xbox 360 days, right? Am I correct? I'm right? I don't know much about it other than like I kind of know like the vibes of it. It's kind of, I think I did play one. Yeah, Ricky. Yeah, so I got to like 1720. I played like maybe like 3 games in Grandmaster, and I just ran into all the New York pros because I'm in the New York City area, Ricky. Right? So like I'm playing all the New York pros. I'm just like, fuck, man. Like I'm not gonna be playing IDOM. Like that's just gonna tank. So I was like, let me just stop here until like all those other guys actually get to their true rank. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I did. I just stopped. I always stop at Grandmaster, and I hate rank, by the way, so I just stop. But I stopped like short because I never played rank this close to the. I usually wait maybe like a week, and I'm like, okay, like let's play rank now, just to get. Like I said, I like to just get to Grandmaster. Yo, but it was insane, dude. I was playing like all the ill pros yesterday. All the guys that I knew were like, oh, this guy's like a fucking 1900, 2000 plus Chun-Li. Like, all that. Like, all this stuff. Like, I was just like, oh my god. Shit's sweaty, man. I have a different perspective, though. It took me a while to realize this. I have a different perspective on, like, playing online. At least for most people, because I have a really strong local scene to the point where it's like you don't even need to play online to get good around my area, because our local scene is so crazy. Like we have so many events. We have Iron Grid, like again voted for you know, #1 local in the country. You know, then there's a bunch of other local events. One of them I throw, one of them my other homie Cody throws. So we're literally like in the mecca of like the best locals in the country, and I don't even need to train online to get good. You know, I could just go to locals or run sets with the homies that are local, because there's a big community. So I realize that not a lot of people have that, you know, and that's so ranked is like their only fix for like true competition, even though I wouldn't say that's like the best competition, because everyone just plays to win, right? They don't play to learn, they play to win. But yo, yeah, bro, I got so good. I got to the point where I'm not saying I'm good. I got to the point where like I got to a point where I've leveled up faster than I've ever leveled up in a game, just because of going to locals. You know, because like you make friends, and then like after that you exchange discords and phone numbers and all that, and then they're just like, yo, like you should do this, and then blah blah blah, or you know. And in my case, you know, I have access to some of the best players in the area, so like I'll just hit up Spaceboy and be like, why am I losing to this? And like you know, he doesn't even play my character, but knows the answer. Crazy. Hey, Chowder. Yo, you could tell Frieza Avanson on YouTube, guys, is complimenting Frieza's work. If you guys don't know, Frieza is did these Borderlands graphics for us for this build. Incredible, right? Yo, deadass, bro. Like, there's only like maybe other than Clev. Well, actually, I wouldn't count Clev because he does like full illustrations, but Frieza's like the only guy that I know that like no matter like that's why. I actually had a conversation with Frieza and was like, yo, would you be down helping me with commissions this year? Because my major backup for me completing your commissions is getting all the graphics done, because, you know, that takes time. And that's my queue is based on when I can do your graphics and when I can do your builds, you know? But this year, like, Frieza was down to help, but he's deadass the only guy that I actually, like, trust to uphold a visual standard in my, like, you know, like I have a certain visual standard for my builds, right? So much so that, like, for instance, like if just say for some reason you commissioned something but you didn't have me do the graphics or Frieza, and you know I don't think it matched like what I think is like at least a certain aesthetic or like quality, like I definitely won't stream it, you know. So, and I've gotten those before, where it's just like, or I'll just tell them to do it as a DIY, you know. Oh yeah. Hey, Karu from YouTube, what's going on, man? Good morning. Everyone new here, I have a mixed chat. I have a YouTube chat and a Twitch chat. I have it unified on my other. Overlays, but because I use this content for YouTube, I try to keep it just real dry. So I apologize, guys. But if you wanna catch up on chat, I'll usually everyone's on Twitch. So I'll just tell everybody. I'll bring in the comments from YouTube. As much as I can. Oh yeah, Frieza's doing something for you. Oh, nice, man. Oh, you won't be disappointed, bro. Frieza's that guy. I feel bad sometimes because Frieza got like a day job, and like then I know he got like 10 commissions, but like he did 10 commissions in January like a crackhead, like me. You know what I mean? Just straight crack status. Yeah, no, I'm glad to you know, like I've hung out with Frieza like maybe like 3 times now. We're not really that close, but close enough where we can meet up every once in a while. I want to go to that Fight Your Rival event, guys. By Frieza. I'm gonna try to make it out on time. Maybe even cop a room for the night. Oh yeah, Vanson? What did you order? Slay, what's up, man? How you been, fam? Kuya Slay, what up? Slay, I don't know who's older, but I'm gonna still call you Kuya. I have a feeling I sent Raichu on a mission to get this app and set it. He already got it set up on 12 cameras in his studio now. I have a feeling. Alright guys, so like I said, I'm a little bit behind. Okay, yeah, so you're definitely my Kuya. I knew that. I kind of knew you're my Kuya. But yeah, like I knew, I just wasn't sure how what the gap was. I'm not that far behind you, bro. Karu, thank you for the so Karu's saying he likes watching these builds. He says watching these builds are awesome. Honestly, you guys should build your own, man. BYO, build your own. Okay, one more set of le buttons. Let's grab it. 4. Okay, I'm gonna park the artwork so it's nice and safe. Actually, wait. Gotta remove the Oh, I should have tagged homie that I'm building a stick. Pause. Alright, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my phone. Alright, guys. I'm gonna park that. We gotta finish these. Do that. That's the right order. Oh, you epically failed, Karu? Dude, it's not that hard, man. Karu, if you ever need help, I mean, look, I think for my stuff, I think the value in it is that there's a community, you know? Like, there's a lot of people that do what I do, okay? And I'm not saying that I'm the best or nothing like that, but I will tell you that there is a community behind my stuff that is everyone's willing to help, including myself. And I have a vast archive of builds that you can reference for your build. Like, for instance, like after this live goes down, the VOD remains on my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? The VOD will remain on my YouTube channel. But and yeah, you guys can reference it in the future for anything, you know what I mean? I think that's where the value is, you know what I mean? Yo, I'm speed running these buttons, guys. I never do this as fast. You know what it is? I finally got like my workflow down with the buttons and how to install the artwork in them. This shit used to take me like hours at one point in time. I've got this workflow down. See how fast I'm doing them? I'm almost done with the whole set. And I did the sides already. Practice makes perfect, man. But Karu, man, we got you if you want to try again. You know what I mean? Honestly, I'd rather you guys do it yourself, because then you learn a skill, and then you guys become the builder of your crew, and then you can take commissions and make money. You know what I mean? And you're gonna be that guy. That's really like what I want everyone to like. I want everyone to get into the hobby, you know. And like my stuff is designed so that it makes it as easy as possible for you guys to build your own. At least that's what I strive for. Whether it is or not, that's questionable. Up to you guys to decide. But I try to make you guys, empower you guys to do it all yourself. But you know, some people just they're busy. They want everything done. That's why I still take commissions. But yeah, the core of my business was just to try to get you guys to DIY everything, and I can provide the solutions for that. But again, I mean, if you got the money and you don't have the time, commissions. Haru from YouTube says, I tried to build one and everything okay till I got to the PCB and lighting and couldn't get it to work, got discouraged, got on your Instagram, committed to a custom build from you. Yep. Oh wait, Karu, which one did we do? Maybe I'm not putting the screen name together. Did we already do one, or I'm bugging, man? All right. If we did, what's the theme? All right. Yeah, instant archiving. We got something cooking up for James too, man. But I'm like, that's exciting because I'm all these parts are coming in. Okay, last button art, guys. Okay, after this, I'm gonna jump into doing the... Oh, shoot. Got you. So yeah, so we got one coming up. You're actually next then. Oh, yeah, your essay, Karu. Got you. Yeah, I didn't put two and two together. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, sometimes I don't link the screen names with, with the Discord name. I should have put two and two together. the essay in front of your name, I've been saying it in my mind, Sakura, even though that's completely wrong. But even though it should be Sakaru. That's why I'm like, in my mind, for some reason, I'm reading Sakura. Yeah, Christian, I am using the gravity KTs lately. Partially because I could get them at a bulk rate where I have never been able to successfully, get them in bulk. Yeah, no, I literally have been saying Sakura in my mind, but it's like I know it's wrong because I'm like kind of dyslexic, like a little bit. You know what I mean? So I'm so dumb, bro. All right, we got the buttons done. You get that a lot. Okay, so I'm not alone. And you know what it is? It's because it's like we're in the fighting game space, right? We're in the fighting game space, and then like and then when you read it, you're like Sakura, Anyway. Let me answer. Christian from YouTube is saying, yeah, the gravity KTs. So I was able to get the KTs from Kwamba directly, through through a homie, from Arpeg Electronics. So because he has a deal with them to make custom buttons for his arcade setups, because he does full blown arcade cabs. He has a contract with Kwamba. So then yeah, he has a contract with Kwamba, so then I can order directly from him because he has like an account. So it's and he's in New York City. So worst case scenario, so he tells me, hey, I'm gonna re-up, and I can actually buy buttons now. And I could get them a little bit cheaper than buying them retail, because before I was just doing them retail. That's really the first reason, but the main reason why I use them is because they're really flexible for commissions. So I only buy the clear ones, so I can put artwork in them, like you guys see me doing. Right? I only buy the clear ones, and I love the speed setting. I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but I was using this tool to put them at the fastest speed setting. So you can go like high, medium, low, and low obviously is the fastest setting. So, and then what you'll see later when I do the LEDs, which I'll actually gonna install next. When I do the LEDs, they shine through. So that's the three reasons, and they're micro switch based, right? So it hits all the notes for like today's FGC, micro speed, artwork, and LEDs. So that's the reason why I use them. No, I use the KTs because they have the adjustable switch. Yeah, look, see? Yeah, I'll show you guys. For everybody that don't know about the KTs, okay, you see the three notches as a 1, 2, 3, right? So by default, they come in position 2. So I'll move it. I don't know if you guys can see this. You see how I'm moving the middle piece? So I can go 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? So I'm gonna put them in. Actually, this is position 1. My bad. That's 1, 2, 3. And then they're labeled on the. Oh crap! You guys see that? It says like 1, 2, 3. Right here. So 1 is fastest. Yeah. Oh, my last build had 9,000 buttons. I think I counted my last build had like 22 buttons, 22 or 23 buttons. Crazy. But by the way, I don't use them for the aux unless you tell me to. Because like, why would you waste like $6 per button to press start? You know what I mean? So these, I usually buy Seimitsu's or Sanwa's for this, but lately I've been buying Seimitsu's just because the Sanwa clears haven't been available for a while. All right, guys, I gotta move on to the LED panel really quick. So I'm gonna grab my top plate and I'm gonna grab my bottom panel. Okay, so I'm gonna remove my bottom panel. Sticky stuff section. Yeah, Jordan, your build was insane too, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You guys be getting crazy with your damn macros, man. Freaking doing electrics by pressing a button. my stick still got 8 buttons. And I'm still cooking all y'all. Get that right. Low-key, if I finish this build early, I'm gonna play. I just want to get some reps in. Okay, so guys, this is what I do, right? Mid-game, ordering off DoorDash, yep. Flush the toilet, make coffee. Macro to start your coffee machine. Crackheads, bro. You crackheads. I love it, though. I love it. Okay, so this is so low tech, but see this pin? So I take this push pin and then I literally scratch in the layout. This is how I do the LEDs, so I know where to best position the LEDs. I literally will scratch in the layout. Okay. Just like this. Sometimes low tech's the best tech, you know? Okay, so then you see that? I don't know if you guys, yeah, see, you guys can see the layout now. Right? Easy. Oh, these are Seimitsu's, Advance and Hope. Oh, aux buttons are like start, home, select, you know? And then touchpad, L3, R3. Garage door opener, all that, you know. Yo, garage door opener is a tech, Blaster. You don't know about the garage door opener tech? Come on now. Yeah, Karu, your piece. I'm gonna start your piece tomorrow. Like, if everything goes well with this build, and I get this shipped today, you're my last one on this current batch. Yo, I think I kind of like sold myself short. What you call it? There are almost no houses around me that have garages. Really? Is it like a luxury or something to have a garage out there? Air fryer, mix up macro, yeah. Got to start the air fryer. You know what I mean? You still got 20 minutes. You still got to finish your set, but you want to get the air fryer going. All right, test. All right, lights are looking clean. Clean son. Okay. Oh, we need Hagu. Hagu to God. Damn, I gotta clean Hagu up. He's getting kind of funky. I swear to God, one day I want to make like outfits for everybody. You know, I want to make this like a monster. Hagu's like a monster. You know what I mean? I gotta get googly eyes. I need to buy that. I've been putting that off. I gotta find like adhesive googly eyes. All right, Hagu's warming up. Yeah. I just gotta find like a pack on Amazon, right? Blaster? There's like an Amazon. There's gotta be like a Amazon like googly eye pack. All right, shit. No, I think I'm just gonna make a. Uh-oh, hold on. I think I'm just gonna get like a container for zip ties. I feel like I just blast through zip ties. Can I ask what kind of quick release system you use for the strap? Yeah, I got you, Kara. Just give me a second, okay? Get this kind of situated. I gotta wait for Hagu anyway. Alright. Okay, let me grab my stick. Pause. Pause. Okay, so this is my daily driver, guys. This is my koi fight stick. You guys don't know about koi. Koi pattern everywhere. Okay. Orange and black theme, and then koi foam. Look how worn down this foam is. It's crazy. There's like, I've definitely shaved off like 2 millimeters of this foam. But yeah, so anyway, if you see here, this is the... You see here, this is the strap thing. So then, okay, I'm gonna grab my guitar strap. So I will give you this system. That's gonna be pre-installed, and then I will give you the screw system here. Basically, like, you just screw this onto your strap, right? It's one screw, right? Super easy. And then this thing you actuate. You see this? You just actuate this point right here, and then you click it on. Right? One side. Look at this. I got a matching koi guitar strap. What's up, Joe? Yeah, these are C-tongs, yeah. But these are completely custom. Like, I changed the switches. Alright, so you see that? So look at this. Here, I'll model it for you on my other cam. Latest in FGC fashion. Oops. Let me turn this off. Camera. Where's my camera? Camera. Here we go. Latest in FGC fashion, guys. You know what I mean? To walk around. Yep, that's the same switch I like, the pink and purple ones. Go. Nice, right? Easy too. And then like you could just remove it real simple. You know, same method. You just, you know, pull on the clips like that. And that, like, just like that. And then you have your guitar strap. You could use it, you don't have to use it, but and then you could use any guitar strap because this just screws on. You just remove this little piece, you just screw it onto any guitar strap. Simple. You gotta shout out the homies on the Discord though, man. They put me on to that tech. Alright guys, let's flip back to the bench. Advancing, you could just buy the guitar strap, bro. You don't, it's so easy. You just replace the screw. You literally replace the screw that I put there. Actually, you could use the same exact screw. You just put the guitar strap thing. If you want to DM me, I can give you the link for it. Alright. Yeah, of course. Oh, do exclamation point parts in the chat, guys. If you do exclamation point parts, it should pull up my Amazon shopping list. Affiliate links, by the way, I have to say that. But yeah, it's Amazon shopping list, and it has all that stuff on there. There you go. Thanks, Blast. Blaster got you, man. That's why he got the fucking mod hammer, bro. What you know about the mod hammer? I don't know if that came up on... Shit, I don't know if that came up on YouTube, guys. Let me see if I can... I'll paste it into YouTube. There we go. There we go, I got you guys. Alright. I'm waiting for this to kind of settle. I'm gonna cut this. We tested the LED so we know they work. I'm gonna cut this cable right here. Bye-bye USB. Plug you guys in. Okay. Okay, expose that. Expose the red. Expose the black. And this is gonna get plugged in later when we connect everything. Oops. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. Say hello to Crystal, the wire stripper. Woo! I'm Crystal. At least that's what you guys name my wire stripper. Alright, so my goal is to string around these LEDs, right? I know there's way more sophisticated ways of doing LEDs. However, I found that they're just add so much more complications to a build. I'm not gonna offer them on my commission stuff. If you guys want to do that on your own, feel free. But yeah, it's just too much. To do it on a commission basis is just way too technical to the point where you need to dedicate like hours just to configure, you know? And the issue really is, see, look, if it was just like standard 8-button layout, really wouldn't be a problem. But nowadays, you guys with your 22 buttons, Jordan, right? Yeah, you guys with your 22 buttons. Make it really hard to, because like if I had like a default program that I could just use all the time, that would be dope, right? Like literally a default like pattern program. But again, everybody's Fightstick, because these are customs, right? So everybody's Fightstick is just like completely random now. I can't even like have a base program. Hold on, I gotta give myself a little bit of a bow here. Okay. I think, look, we've graduated to the point where you need 8 buttons minimum now. There's a lot of boomers like me out there are still saying, oh, you only need 6 buttons. I don't have just, if I can't play the game with 6 buttons, then it's not a game for me. Literally, someone said that. Not a game for me. Can't play with just 6 buttons. Alright. Alright, man. I mean, nowadays, it's like... Listen, you could do that still, but don't complain when you get cooked. You cannot complain if you're like, I only play with 6 buttons, and you're getting cooked and you can't react to things like DI and perfect parry, and you know, you can't perfect parry things, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have no business complaining, because you basically cooked yourself, because you're competing with kids that play on pad nowadays. Have you watched Frosty Faustings? The top 3 pad players, okay? Let's think about that. Frosty Faustings, okay? Top 3 pad players. There was 2 stick users. There was Noah the Prodigy on stick, and OG Chris G, right? Chris mother effing G. Chris mother loving G. NY Chris G. Okay? Of course, Chris still gonna play on stick, right? That's our OG right there. But everybody else, 5 of the players are on pad, and there was 1 leverless player, and that was Riddles. Yeah, Riddles was on leverless. That's it. That was Frosty Faustings. So, you know what I mean? You're literally competing with people that, by nature of their controller, already have macros built in for all those little things. And unfortunately, if you don't like that, that's just the nature of today's competition. We are no longer in Street Fighter 2 days or Capcom CPS era, arcade era, where you need to have, where 6 buttons is all you needed. We're way past that point, guys. So if you want to live in that era, that's cool, but just realize that it's no longer feasible to really compete at a high level. It still is, but you gotta, like, why would you limit yourself, you know? And I'm not talking about, like, putting macros that do combos for you. I'm just talking about mapping the in-game functions, which the game allows you to do in tournament rules. So, you could be a boomer. Like I said, I'm from the boomer era. I'm literally a Sonic boomer. I'm from that era, but, you know, I guess I've kept up with the times, right? Keep up with the times, is that what they say? Alright, so that's how I do the LEDs, guys. You see? And it's, you notice I did scratch that template in, so I kind of followed where the buttons go. And then obviously these hit the sides too. Like a little track, right? Woo! Woo! Alright. Should we just go? We should just finish the bottom, right? Let's just do the bottom. Oh, no, we can't. We can't do the bottom yet. But you know what? I will just peel this off. 6-button master race is dick. Is that the new? No. So what Frieza just said, right? He said 6-button master race. So there used to be a phrase from all the OGs in the fight stick scene and in the fighting game scene. They would say, they would make fun of players who use the 8 buttons, like the standard 8-button Vuelix layout. They would say 8 buttons is dick. Right? They would say that. They would say 8 buttons is dick. And you would get made fun of if you played on pad for sure. They would call you a pad warrior, right? You'd be like, okay, you're a pad warrior. Or they would be like, oh, check out this pad warrior, right? And if you used the extra 2 buttons at the end of your arcade stick and didn't cap them off, you were called a dick. You know, I met Noah in person. I met Chris too. I met Chris a lot of times actually. I met Noah in person one time. He was at the Red Bull Kumite in New York City, and he actually came up to me and was like, "Yo, give me a stick." I was like, "Yo, we can talk, bro." And he's like, then he apologized. He's like, "You know what, man? I should have said hi, introduced, or something like that." He's like, he basically apologized first. He was like, after, he was like, "Yo, my bad, bro. Like, I just saw you," and it was just like, that's the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, "No problem, bro." He's a cool kid. The stuff he'd be saying is wild, though, but it's funny. I think it brings a lot of entertainment to the fighting game community. I'm sorry I put this on. So I started putting this etching on the bottom because of that guy who cloned my stuff. I know he could clone the etching too, but I have like a certain position where it is. No, I've been known Noah though, like from Twitch and stuff like that. Ain't no thing. But yeah, he was cool. And then this was before he started winning stuff. So he was like super humble, you know? Super cool. I like the kid. He's not really a kid anymore, right? How old? He's like 20 something now, right? He used to be a kid. Alright. So this is done and out of the way, guys. I'm gonna park this. Okay, that was all the busy work I needed to do. Now we can actually just build stuff. So we're gonna just start from ground zero right back at the sides. And then bring in the side panels once again. We have our buttons. I need my side buttons here. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, what do we need today? We need USB-C. Okay. Hold on, I gotta go get a USB-C kit. I think I have some. Yep. Alright, her USB-C cable. Sorry guys, I'm actually in the dungeon right now. You know what? Wait. Stream Deck. This should work. You guys see me over here? Alright, so yeah, I have to go get a couple things. Gotta get a USB-C cable. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, pass through, main cable, internal cable. La la la. Okay, we got that. We need this. Water break. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. jonyfraze seal approval? Nah, I'm not that vain, bro. I don't need to sign it. We had a little scare today, though. The homie Caesar Leo was like, "Yo, my L2 button's not working," and I was like, "But I knew we put a screen on his build on the Akuma and Majin Vegeta build that we did, Frieza, right?" And what do you call it? It ended up being that he had remapped the button to function. L2 he remapped to function in Street Fighter 6. You can have a function key in Street Fighter 6. and he was like, "Oh, dude, I can't press the button." I was like, I had a feeling, but the screen helped out because I was like, "Is it firing off on the screen?" He's like, "Yeah, it works on the screen." I'm like, "Then it's your game, bro." And turns out, yeah, he mapped it to function on the game. So in Street Fighter 6, you can have a function button to like toggle through settings, so you could just like use one key and then press a button, you know, to do certain things. You're having a drink, coffee chain. What's that mean? Is that Starbucks? Yeah, he's streaming right now. Shout out to the boy C's. But yeah, I literally did tech support on his stream. I was like, press start, go to shortcut settings in training mode, right? Reset to default. I was like, and then we saw it on his screen. I'm like, oh, you have it set to function. I'm like, just turn that off. Dutch Brothers, never heard of that. It must be like a Bay Area thing. We're doing C. I'm looking at my quote sheet, and the customer requested C. I think I might switch to C. I might do one round where I switch to USB-C. Yo, real talk, USB-C is kind of fucking handy. Cause like, I mean, if you have a modern phone, like a especially iPhone, right? If you have a modern like non-lightning iPhone, right? It's like you always have a charge cable with you if you're at a tournament. You charge your phone and plug in your stick at the same time. Not the same time, but you know what I mean. Like, so it's kind of convenient, you know? To always have a USB-C on you. Okay, guys. So these buttons kind of had like a slight angle, right? Yeah, but like, I've seen the USB-C fail too many times though. Like the ports, because they're just so small and like, you know, if you like drop your stick or, you know, or hit that port funky or like, you know, hit the wire, like that shit is like, it's over, you know? You like the gold surround, Avanson? Avanson said he likes the gold surround on YouTube, guys. You could probably do a pass-through and charge your phone with your stick if you're... Yeah. You could do crazy stuff. You know what? I should be really using my layer shift tool for this. Let me extra tighten these. Shout out to layer shift God for this tool. Cheaper to repair? Nah, it's about the same. Well, I guess the cables are cheaper now just because they're more standardized, you know what I mean? Like, the cables are easy to get now. And honestly, like, the likelihood of getting a USB-C cable is probably much easier. You could probably just go outside, just say, like, for some reason your cable's funky. Or, like, you know, you ask the pad player because they always have their cable with them. You know what I mean? You're robust. Oh my god. I don't even know what that means, bro. Pause. You're robust. Alright, what are we doing? Okay, let's do the USB side. Do that. Gonna go this way. This away, that away. Oh, you know what else we need to do? I'm gonna start doing this. I get into this habit of doing this part now. Sorry, I'm gonna go back to these. You gonna redo the Ruby case? Nah, you can't do that yet, bro. You just got that. You're bugging. Yeah, you can, right? And you can order it from your stick. Yo, guys. So at the last Iron Grid, right? I had like a little merch table at Iron Grid, right? So, yeah, I had a little merch table at Iron Grid, and you wouldn't believe. I wouldn't never thought. You know what people needed the most? These freaking USB cables, bro. They all needed this cable. I only brought 3 of them. I literally only brought 3 of them. And they sold out in like 20 minutes. I was just like, oh shit, I should buy more of these for next time. Can you believe that? Everyone forgot their cable. Of course they did. Or their cable didn't work, or something. Where's my electrical tape, guys? Who stole my electrical tape? One of you guys stole my electrical tape again. God damn it. Oh, I found it. Alright, you guys are good. I understand why you guys always try to hide my stuff. Guys. Spend my time trying to stream for you guys, you know, jack my shit over the internet. I don't know how you even guys do that. Just move my stuff over the internet. Magical shit you guys do. Shit over the internet. Who could do that? I wish smell went through the internet, right? For like food. That'd be crazy, right? Yo, let's invent that, guys. Let's invent that tech. Like if you could pass food through the, not food. Oh, that would be cool too. But like if you could pass smell through the internet, that'd be crazy. It's probably possible if you think about it, because smell is probably like the elements of smell. I guess it's like maybe there's like base elements. You know, like smell is something that like they really haven't studied as much as other things. Like we know how to make a certain scent, right? Like, okay, we know how to make like potpourri, right? But that's just because of trial and error. But like no one actually knows the chemical composition of potpourri. You understand that, right? Look this up. It's wild. No one actually knows the chemical composition of what like how to make potpourri. You know? Like the exact, they just like know, okay, if I mix X, Y, and Z, or get the essence of it from here, you know, it's gonna make that smell. I don't know. At least the last time I checked. But yeah, it's like that part of science is like smell-o-vision. Yeah, smell-o-vision. That'd be crazy though. If there's like a, if you think about it, if they could figure out the components of smell and just like break it down to the base ingredients of whatever like composes of like the elements of every smell, you could probably like make a USB device that can do that, right? I don't think it's in today's world. I don't think it's impossible. It's gonna take a lot of work for no damn reason too, other than smell-o-vision. But I'd be down. Wouldn't you guys like that? I would like that. Not gonna lie. I'd buy the setup. Yo, speaking of television, guys, you know what I just bought? Okay, because every year, right? Every year, like, my wife and family kind of get upset. Mostly at me. Because we don't have cable no more, right? Like most people, everyone just went straight internet. Okay? So, this weekend here in the United States, it's the holiest day of the year, aka the Super Bowl. Okay? And, like, we usually go to like a family jam or whatever, someone hosting it. And I don't even watch football, but just to have it on because it's the holiest day of the year here in America, you know what I mean? Like, we just had to have it. So, I ordered one of those TV tuners. Those, like, HD channel TV tuners. You guys know what I'm talking about? Where you could just, like, it's like old school rabbit ears. But they're not rabbit ears. It's like this little tower. You know? And I don't know what to expect. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Do you guys have this device? I've never used it. I don't know how it works. Nothing. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I'm gonna try to attempt to get the Super Bowl up and running on my HD TV somehow. No idea if it's gonna work. Yo, Frieza killed this, bro. Ruben, what's up, man? Taps to you, bro. Ugh. There's your dap. I use OTA antennas, so apps, like for example, on my network can access them. Yo, what? Man. Bro, that's some nerd shit to the third power, bro. What the hell? Nerd is the word. Yo, but hold on. To use the antenna though, I gotta plug it into what? I gotta plug it into HDMI? No, right? I gotta plug it into the coaxial, right? Shit, I just bought that shit. I didn't even like bother to check. I was like, let me just buy it. Yeah, I think Tubi, but you gotta sign up for the trial. Something like that. Honestly, I don't really care that much, bro. Yeah, okay. So then, okay, but then like, how do I... Then you just run up the channel. Like, we're talking like back in the day, right? Skills, like... Once you have it hooked up, you just go up and down the channels, like, on some regular shit. Damn, I don't even know where that coaxial is. I might have to, like, because I have my TV on the wall. I might have to take it down just to plug this shit in. Does it need power or nah? Oh, newer models got HDMI? They got it, like, built in? There's, like, a tuner built in? Oh, man. Flip the channels, bro. Oh, my God. We're literally going back in the day. I'm gonna let my kids try to... Yo, that's funny. I'm gonna let my kids try to figure it out. I always wanted to do that. Like, yo, here's a VCR. So, let's watch this movie on this VCR really quick. Okay, I don't know what I bought, guys. I just bought this like thing off. It was like the most rated #1 thing on Amazon, so figure it out, I guess. Explain to your kids about tape tracking and try to rewind. Try to rewind, right? Be kind, rewind. You guys know about Be Kind, Rewind. That's some old man shit right there now. Guys, who stole my screwdriver? Seriously? What the hell, man? God damn it. I'll go get another one from the pile. Commercials. Yeah, but commercials for Super Bowl is like where it's at, no? Blockbuster? Oh my god. You guys taking it back. Remember when Blockbuster could have bought Netflix and they done messed up so bad? Wow. Wasn't meant to be. Alright, last side panel. That has the nice, clean Borderlands logo. Woohoo! Yeah, I know about that. The one last Blockbuster. You used to work at Blockbuster? Be Kind, Rewind is in your DNA. Yeah, but what can you rent from regular Blockbuster nowadays? Like DVDs? I went and I was at my brother and sister-in-law's house. Yo, like this is how ass backwards they are. Okay? This is how ass backwards these guys are. They have a fucking PS5 hooked up to their beautiful 70-inch LG TV, right? There's a PS5 there because you know, every once in a while my brother-in-law, he games and his son games, right? So they got the PS5. Okay, so like that's cool. But then I noticed something the other day. And they have like an old DVD player, like, you know, like a regular DVD player hooked up to the TV too. I'm like, why do you have a DVD player here? They're like, to watch videos. I'm like, but you have a PlayStation right there. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, you can watch Blu-rays and it will upscale it. It'll upscale it to a better thing, right? And they literally still had, it wasn't even an HDMI. It was a, what's that? A component. They plugged in their shit to the component. I was just like, yo, man, these guys, like, I swear to God. There's like a thing, like, I think I'm on the border. I'm on the age border where, like, I'm like borderline millennial and borderline Gen X, right? I'm at literally, my birth date is literally, if you look up the transition between Gen X and millennial, right? I'm right there. But I guess I was a millennial that grew, obviously like most millennials, we didn't have like, we grew into the technology. But like Gen Xers, like if you were born in the 70s still, that generation of Gen Xers, they don't have the capacity to learn new shit sometimes. It's mad weird. Like, and something about it, like it makes me wonder, like what happens in your like in your adolescence where like that just makes, you know, like the switch didn't click somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they just don't, and they're not much older than me. They're like maybe like 4 years older than me, and they just like don't understand things. I'm trying to explain it to them like rationally, and it just goes over their head, bro. It must have been how you know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. You're a boomer? Yeah, no, you're not, Frieza. Like, out of all the people, if you guys are on Twitch, you're already past that point. Like, you're already past the point where you understand. Like, real Gen Xers don't go on Twitch. You know what I mean? Like, you had to be like, you had to have owned a Commodore when you were young, or or at least like we're really into video games to be into Twitch if you're a Gen Xer. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you really had to be a super nerd for a Gen Xer to be on Twitch right now. Like my older brother, don't know what Twitch is, don't care about Twitch, nothing, you know? Red Foreman. Wait, that's from what's that? That 70s show, right? That's funny. No, you don't, bro. I think me and Skills are kind of on the same boat. Like, I have the work ethic of a Gen Xer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not lazy. I don't need a fucking, I don't need like a beanbag to relax on, you know, at work. You know what I mean? I don't need like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I bust my ass. Just bust my ass, and you know, and I appreciate other people who also bust their ass. Hold on, I'm bugging. I gotta install the PCB, guys. Yeah, I didn't get that one though. I got. We're still talking about the TV receivers on YouTube. By the way, YouTube guys, you guys are a little laggy behind. Just so I don't know why. YouTube chat is always like behind. Okay, we got our PCB here. Let me make sure this works. Hold on. Let's make sure this works. I'm actually just gonna program it. I'm gonna sit down anyway for a sec. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the web config. Where's this button here? Okay, we are fully updated. I'm gonna turn off all these dumb hotkeys. They're not dumb, they're just not needed. You guys can turn these back on if you like. Alright. Boot input mode, that's cool. Input mode, yep. I don't need to test anything else. Hotkey. Sorry guys, answering like messages as well. Okay, we finish? That's done. I hit save. Okay, let's reboot. Actually, I don't even need to reboot. Let me unplug. Okay. Oh, well, let me finish the battle royale. Sorry. Let's do this. Who's gonna win this? I think James got you guys cooked, man. Yeah, you're done. Oh, could Chowder beat James? Nah, wait. Oh no, James got the power up. That's a wrap. Yo, later, Chowder. Peace out. James wins. Oh, Ken wins. Oh man. Crazy. Okay, let's go. Really? Oh my god. You want me to do the Tito Johnny? James won 2 in a row. Damn, James cooking everybody. Yeah, Ruben, it's the same. Paradox247, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Alright, okay, let's get back to the bench. Back to the bench. Back to the bench again. That's because I just give you guys free credits all the time. You might as well gamble them away. You could do, oh, wait, I don't even have it on the screen. You know what? I'm going to try to figure out, I don't know. Is there a way to, output a layer? I don't know. Never mind. Basically, what I was thinking is, like, you guys could see the avatars on the stream, but when I get the VOD, it's not, I don't have the avatars on the VOD, because I really need this content for YouTube. Or maybe, you know what? Someone told me, like, why don't you stream in 4K? Which I think I can. I think my internet's good enough to stream in 4K. Right? Yeah, stream in 4K. But then, when I do my videos, because I only post, oh yeah, I do post in 4K. Shit. I don't know, man. Whatever, yeah. Sorry, guys. You guys are bodied. If you guys really want it, I'll do it, but I just like the content clean for YouTube. YouTube. You already got two battles in? Nice. Everybody working right now? YouTube. That's how, like, all Filipino aunties say YouTube. You know, I watched that one on the YouTube. That one, you know. Did you, how did you cook that one, you know? You have that recipe? Recipe on... Oh, I found that one on YouTube. That one, you know? I watched that on the YouTube. And then I cooked that one. That's how I got the recipe. On the YouTube. Because it's the tube, you know, that YouTube. The tube of you. You work on the beach? Fam, where you at, bro? Where are you at? I want to work at the beach. That's a life. How do you work at the beach, you know? So Filipinos, like, they just say bitch instead of beach. Beach. Just the bitch, you know? Oh, you work at the beach? Wow, that must be very nice, you know, you work at the beach. Yo! Haru, bro, get me a fucking iguana, bro. Save the iguanas, man. I feel so bad that's happening with all the damn iguanas. You guys see that? The iguanas are just, like, falling off the trees because they're frozen. Yo, that's bugged out, man. Like, as a reptile owner... Yeah, as a reptile owner... It happens every winter? But wait, it doesn't get down to 30 degrees, though. Does it? No, I know. I have a bearded dragon. So I'm very aware what happens to reptiles when they're cold. Nah, but see, Hammers, your definition of cold ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, no offense, but yeah, you guys don't actually know what cold is. Like, 30 degrees is like, right now, it's 30 degrees up here, okay? 30 degrees up here, it literally feels like summer because it's been in the single digits and teens. So, like, literally I went out with, like, just a like a long sleeve t-shirt because I'm so used to it being freaking brick. Yeah, Skills, come on, you too, man. 30 degrees. And listen, what we're talking about, we got the Canada boys in the chat too. They make fun of me. They're like, oh, it's only 12 Fahrenheit. That's like freaking summer, you know. And it's like, you know, those guys are beyond the wall, bro. So it's like this. It's like when Florida talks about cold, you know, that's one level. It's actually way warmer in general. Yeah, you guys are just talking about 30 degrees. It's been like freaking 8 degrees lately. Yeah, stop it, bro. Yeah, Canada boys are just giggling at us. They're like, yo, you guys don't know what cold is, man. Like, it's so cold up there. Their piss doesn't even make it to the ground. They just piss icicles up in Canada, bro. Shit turns to smoke. They piss smoke, bro. Yo, Skills, come on, man. You're from New York, bro. All right, I'm taking away your fucking Metro card. Get out of here. Taking away your Metro card. Your old Metro card that don't work no more, by the way. I don't know if you guys know about that. They did away with the Metro cards here in New York City. It's now all digital. As it should be. Yeah, it's like now, yo, every time this year this happens to me. It's cold when winter starts, and then like all of a sudden I just get so used to being freaking frozen, you know, going outside that like I'm just good with a hoodie. So I haven't worn a big jacket since like the winter snowstorm that we got. That's had like 18 inches of snow, and I only wore the. Honestly, it wasn't even that bad. But, yeah, you just get used to it, I guess. But poor iguanas, man. Back to the iguanas, man. So these iguanas are just falling out the trees. Frozen. They can't move. They're all stunned, you know? They're, like, literally stunned, and they can't move. They force themselves into brumation. And they're, like, extra stunned because they literally fell, like, 3 stories from a freaking palm tree. You know what I mean? Or, like, a tree. So they're, like, super cooked. And then people are just scooping them up in the streets of Florida. What are you guys doing with these Florida peeps? What is actually happening? Uh-oh. Yo, James with the tier 5. I mean, sorry, the tier 1 5 gifted. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Woohoo! Everybody say thanks to James, big homie. So it's free lizards? Wait. So, but, like, are you supposed to do something with them? Or you just let them be? Or, like, are you, like, what is the actual ordinance? Like, if you see a lizard, are you supposed to, like, just, like, move them to a safe place so they warm up? Or are you supposed to bring them somewhere? I saw something where, like, people are bringing them to, like, places to get euthanized. That's wild, man. It just got cold and all of a sudden you gotta die. Just because, like, you got sleepy. I don't know, as a reptile, I used to own an iguana too, so I feel like terrible, man. They're beautiful creatures, bro. Yeah, I don't know what the protocol is. I think you capture the invasive pass. Oh yeah, they are deemed as invasive. That's the problem too, right? That's the real problem. Even though we're the most invasive species on this damn earth, you know what I mean? We can't even let a creature invade our freaking our society. Yet we are the ones getting rid of these creatures when we're the most invasive species in this freaking planet, bro. Come on. Can you believe that? Yeah, it's stupid. We are literally viruses. You guys know that, right? Like, we're literally the worst thing to happen to this planet. And if you talk to Clev, we're not even human. We're like mixed with alien blood. Right? we're part Anunnaki. We're part Anunnaki. Alright, guys. It's hammer time. Hey, what are we gonna name the hammer? Is this MC? We gotta name the hammer. Yeah, MC, right? Dude, I'm literally gonna do this one day. MC works? Alright. We got MC. Gotta name all the tools. Yo, I got this for free from... I didn't even buy this. I acquired this from like a furniture set. Because it's got a rubber mallet. I like using it because it has a rubber mallet. You know? Yeah. It's something. Boar are technically invasive species. So watch me get a pet boar. I bet your wild boar is freaking delicious, bro. Don't talk to me. I'm Filipino, man. We will eat the shit out of any pig. Pause. I don't know why that would be a pause, but we do it anyway. Actually, no pause. We do it. Lechon roast pig? What? Alright, MC. This MC. I gotta write MC on it, right? Yo, okay. So, for MC, I need to put, like, hammer pants on him. Like, big old baggy hammer pants, right? That would be so funny. If you just had big-ass pants on him. I need to make, like, a... Yeah, that would be mad funny. Alright. 4. 3. 2. 1. Okay. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I have them labeled. This is 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is this in Colombia? Yeah, but like, what animal can take out a freaking hippo even in Africa? Like, lions don't even eat hippos, you know what I mean? Am I right? Yeah, right? Ain't no way a lion taking out a hippo. Hippos are crazy, bro. Yeah, ain't nobody taking out no hippo. Yeah, they're crazy. Dirtiest animal on Earth, Everest-sized body count. Are they really the dirtiest animal on Earth? I mean, what's considered dirty, though? Like, just mud? You know? Like... bacteria ridden? Like what is the classification of dirtiest? Oh, deadliest. I read dirtiest. Yeah, I'm filthy. That's my mind. I have a filthy mind. Yeah, people like ain't nobody with a GoFundMe buy glasses. You know, I do have glasses, Blaster. It's just I'm looking at chat on this. I'm using my ROG Ally. Look how small the chat is. Like I can't see nothing. At least I get to use this thing. Sexy imagination? Okay, I'll go with that. Sexy imagination works for me, bro. Damn, his artwork's so good, Frieza. Frieza slaying, bro. Appreciate the support. There's a little sticky part that got stuck here. Okay. It's the hammers, Canadians. Yeah, Canadians all look the same. Yo, man, what's going on with Canada, bro? There's like a lot of immigration things happening too, right? I think they're trying to be like Trump and just trying to get all the. I mean, there's like an explosion in like Indian population and like Filipinos, of course. Like I think like all Filipinos just go to Canada now. They're just that's like their plan. Let's just go to Canada, you know. Hold on, guys. Gotta fix this. Need hammer back. There we go. We didn't do a good job hammering. MC, thank you, MC. Alright, Pop, take care, bro. Canada does not sound bad at all, man. That's the tech. Just moved to Canada. Justin Wong knew the tech. Shout out to Justin Wong. Justin Wong's like, I'm out of here. Honestly, I really want to go to like Vancouver area. Is it cold in Vancouver? Is it just as cold in Vancouver, or is it warmer in the west? It would seem like it's just as cold, right? Because I mean, it's above all the mountains and. Dude, I can't. I don't even know why. Like, I keep thinking I live in like some weird, like, alternate reality that we have the president that we have in this country. It's not really about him. Well, it is, but it's really just about like the things that's happening, you know? It's just weird. Justin Wong has Canada money? Is that meaning, do you mean to say that, Hammer? Like, that, Justin Wong he makes, like, his money went further in Canada? Is that what you're trying to say? Or you're saying that he's rich? I don't think Justin's, like, super rich. I think he has enough to get by. you know, feed his family, do all that good stuff as a content creator. But I don't think like I wouldn't say Justin Wong is like super rich, you know what I mean? But like for fighting game status, like I mean, if you think about it, like he travels for free. Usually people just send him everywhere, you know? Ooh, it's looking sweet, right, guys? Woo! All right, let's clean up a little bit. He doesn't have Toronto money. Ooh-wee! Thank you, MC. All right. What are we doing here? Let's see. Hold on, I gotta get this on my screen. All right, so it's kind of like, I don't know, how many degrees would you say this angle is, guys? Like 5? Okay. Internet stabilized, I can now follow. Oh, nice. All right, so I'm just zooming into the I'm zooming into this. Okay. I need to know the angle. Wait, did you guys answer whether or not the West is colder? Oh, Vancouver and Seattle? Really? Oh, okay. Wait, so what does that mean? Is it cold or is it not cold? It seems like it's colder east, right? Oh, what's up, Daps? What's up, Ruben? Yeah, the Twitch chat, it updates way faster. I don't know. Kind of just been the thing. Tutu's my word, fam. Tutu's my word. You're a Gerbert if you don't like. Tutu's my word, fam. You a Gerbert if you don't like Toronto. How'd I do? It doesn't mean anything. Apparently, it's not like it's like from Scarborough. Like the kids that made it up are like from Scarborough. I don't know if that means anything to you guys. There's an entire song. I don't want to live in Toronto. It's a good bit. Did they make fun of that accent? Tutu's my word, fam. It sort of does. Yo, fam. Art is in the button, sir. Come on, man. How are you gonna get a Borderlands button? Who makes Borderlands buttons? Yo, I love Cardinal Official, bro. That guy's so sick, bro. It be that old time, killing. That joint is so crazy. Na 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 na. Say, Who tools my word, fam? This stick coming out. Wait, I don't even know how to say it. I don't know any other things to say other than that. Crispy? Oh no. Montreal just better in every other way. Yeah, Montreal has culture. Nah. Can't say that. I don't know anything about. I do know something about Montreal because I probably spent more time in Montreal than any other city in Canada. Okay. Gotta wire this baby up. You know what? I'm just gonna wire. We gonna wire. Alright, I gotta hit the dungeon, guys. Gotta hit the dungeon. Dungeon. We need. What do we need? We need cables. I'm gonna cheat today, guys. I am gonna use a. I'm gonna use a leverless adapter. Is they really lost it, or it's still kind of like in limbo? Because every time that happens, bro, it shows up eventually, you know. Something about the damn post office, bro. Because like they're so unorganized, they don't actually know what's going on. By the time they like figure out what happens, they already had processed your claim, and this shit just shows up anyway. Trust me, I ship everything. I ship so much that I already know what happened. Like, it's literally like in the back of some guy's truck, and he just forgot to drop it off. You know, and then he'll find it like in a week, buried underneath the seat or something, and then it's like then it just shows up at your door because the guy doesn't want to get in trouble. Yo, but hit up Focus Attack because they have that route insurance. That's what's nice about Focus Attack. They have route. They automatically added, I think. Yeah, check with Focus Attack. If they actually lost your package, dude, FA's customer service is really good. Okay, we're gonna wire up all the grounds, guys. Stay grounded, guys. Ugh. Yeah, it's lost. Just like that. That's how he stated it. Yeah, it just got updated to you right, bro. Canada Post. You right, bro. You know what I learned? All my UK friends, bro. Like the Royal Mail is a corporation. It's not even owned by the government. It's literally a private company. It's so crazy. Like, and to get a package, you gotta pay for them to deliver your like. Okay, just say I ship something to the UK, it like gets held up at their local post station, right? It gets held up, and they gotta pay for it to be delivered. That's wild. It's like wild to think like that. You could thank Thatcher for that. They sold they privatized the mail, huh? It's literally Margaret Thatcher. I mean, is that a good thing? Yeah, Canada Post pretty solid, dude. I mean, like I seen those when like over the last year, right? They were all striking. You know, they want to be treated better and whatnot, like all people should be. It was very bad. Oh, okay. So, like, the Royal Mail was really bad, and then Margaret Thatcher privatized it. It is still bad. Yo, it's crazy. Because, like, I feel bad for my customers, like, in the UK. I don't get many, by the way, you know, but I still feel really bad. I'm like, oh, my bad, bro. Like, you know, like, they got to pay extra just to have them deliver it. You know, like, I'm like, what? I didn't know that until I started like the business and shipping things overseas. Like so that's why like when I actually ship to overseas, I don't use the post office. I use UPS because they have this thing called like international expedited or something like that. Yeah, expedited international, and it literally just goes to their door. They still have to pay. I think they have to pay for tariffs and whatnot. Whatever our government wants nowadays, but it still does that. There's too many hardworking people, right? And yeah. Thankfully, UPS stopped doing that. Wait, what do you mean? No, UPS is good for me for international. I don't know what it's like in your local, how it is, but for me, it's cheaper. Number one, and it goes directly to you guys. It doesn't get like, it doesn't stop at like the hub or whatever. Oh, they stopped charging U.S. tariffs, really? Well, I don't know. You never know, bro. That's our administration here in the U.S. So weird, dude. Like I said, I literally feel like you know how like Marvel the Universe, like we're in like Earth friggin' 69. You know, we're in a weird universe. Like we are the alternate universe. We are the Spider-Verse, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know that. I know I don't gotta pay the damn tariff. Except when Yo, so I'm in a chat with all... Wait, what the fuck? My bad, guys. I'm a clown. I fucked up. Hold on. I wired this wrong. I wired all the kicks wrong. Thought I was doing something good, but I wasn't. Oh, wait. Oh, I only wired one button wrong. My bad. Yeah, that's crazy, Pop. I don't know, man. I just want to say, not everybody thinks the way Donald Trump does in this country, especially to all my international watchers. There's a lot of people that oppose that guy just as much as they support him. So, don't think every American is a crackhead, even though we kind of are. But yeah, there's a lot of opposition too. I hope you guys understand that. We were hostages in Hellscape, yeah. Yo, it's embarrassing. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but I've been traveling to Europe, like, last couple years. I've been to Italy, you know, Greece, and just kind of hopping all over. Just living life, you know? And I will tell you, bro, it's very embarrassing being an American. Like, you know, like, we all had this vision, like, in the, like, I don't know, from the 50s. I don't know what generation, but, you know, being American was, like, cool or glamorous. No, that's not the case. They all look at us like idiots. Like, they just, like, shake their head and be like, you're a retard. Like, I don't know what else to say. They literally think we are, like, dumb. Like, no one wants to deal with us overseas. And I'm telling you this, like, the only reason I'm telling you this is because don't be surprised if you guys travel. Like, you are literally treated as no one wants to deal with us. You know? Like, the minute I have my accent comes out, especially my dumbass New York, New Jersey accent, you know, when our stupid ass accent comes out, immediately I've been downgraded as a human overseas. Literally, this happened within the Trump administration. Like, I used to be proud to go anywhere and people be like, oh, you're from the US, cool. You know, oh, you're from New York, that's cool. You know, I love New York. Now I'm just like, oh, get this filthy American out of my face. You know what I mean? It's embarrassing. I've never felt that way in my whole life as an American citizen, you know? Like, no one wants anything to do with us. They want our money. I'll tell you that much. They want our tourist money. But anything else, if we ask for anything extra, or, you know, they just don't want to deal with it. Especially, like, the people that are working, like the working people, whatever, they have to deal with us, right? But I'm just talking about the average person walking in the streets. You know? Yeah, no, exactly. That's basically what we're dealing with right now, and it's terrible. You know what I mean? Luckily, I don't look the part. I could just play it off like I'm Filipino, because I am. You know? I that's what I usually do. I'm like, oh, like, I'm from the Philippines, you know, whatever. Like, when I know there's gonna be a problem. It's messed up. Like, why do we even have to act like that? It's terrible, dude. I'm just telling you, like, the stuff that we're dealing with. Like, my boy, like, I think I told this story before, but my boy DJ's on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship, he's like the house DJ, you know. And yeah, he just stopped telling people he's American because even the staff doesn't want to hang out with him. Like certain staff members, they don't want to hang out with Americans. They only want to hang out with like other internationals. So he just says he's Filipino. And they're like, "Where you get the accent from?" Like, that's a him question. I don't know. It's embarrassing, bro. Like, I think you only get this perspective if you travel. Here in the, like a lot of these people, these Trump supporters, they have never left friggin' wherever they're from. You know, maybe they went to Florida. That's about it. That's as close as they get. Or maybe they went to Mexico and treated everybody like shit down there. You know? It is embarrassing. It's super embarrassing, bro. Like when have I've never felt this way. I've never felt this way, and that never has occurred to me. I've been traveling my whole life, you know. Even in the Philippines, like when I went to the Philippines like a year and a half ago, right? Being an American used to kind of be like, I don't know. It looked like you kind of had a little bit of clout. I'm not gonna lie, you know. Even as like an American Filipino returning to the Philippines, you kind of had like a little bit of clout. So much so, like I'll give you this. Like when I used to go to the mall, me and my brother, we get a trail of kids just following us because they just automatically thought you had American money and whatever, you know, like we were gonna give them something, which we did, you know. But you kind of have that. There was like that, but now there's like a stigma, like, oh, don't mess with them, you know. They're yeah, like we used to have a lot of pride, and the pride is turned into embarrassment. That's what's terrible. And then if you feel like people who I've mentioned this to like other Trump supporters, and they're like, well, that's how you feel. I'm like, it's not how I feel. It's how I'm being treated. You know, when I travel somewhere else, you know, you guys are just too, you got the blinders on to realize that no one wants to deal with Americans anymore and their stupid ass attitude. Wait, Spaceboy, you're talking about being looked down upon for being American, right? Or the opposite? Is that where your family's from? Spaceboy, I never really asked you. I heard Ghana's really nice. So they don't like Americans? I mean that in Ghana? How you been, man? You good? Oh, back then they were really nice to Americans, but now probably not anymore. Dude, we became the world's bullies, you know what I mean? And now we're paying for it. I don't know what to say. Okay, guys. Frieza, is this the left side? Is this how it goes? Left, right? Your tag on the left? No, like listen. I'm very happy to, like, we're definitely like blessed in a certain way. You know? It's just like we don't have any humility anymore. That's really what it is. You know, but I do feel pretty blessed. You know what I mean? Like, okay, every time I go back to the Philippines, I just get mega humbled. You know what I mean? I literally get mega humbled. Like, there's just places, you know, if you guys ever travel, like, try to go off the beaten path and see what life is like anywhere else in the world other than what is presented to you by tourism, if you can, and if it's safe. because you will just see what life is actually like, you know? Like, traveling to the Philippines, sometimes I don't end up in like the nicest neighborhoods, you know, and it's like really rough, like people living in shacks and don't have food, like they make less than $5 a week, like crap like that. It's crazy, you know. So every time I go back to the Philippines and see that stuff, I get mega humbled when I come back home. Like the things that we just absolutely take for granted, like running water, you know, because I went to places that you had to go and get a bucket with a stick and go down to the well, which had dirty ass water, or go to the one spout in the middle of the town, which had dirty ass water, fill up dirty water bucket of water and bring it back home, and that's what they're cooking and drinking. That's wild. Like, we don't got to do that, you know. So I'm mega proud, and I'm mega humbled for that stuff, but I don't think the average American cares about that stuff. Shit, like people living in welfare in this country, right? People living in welfare have it way better than most people, and they're lazy too, right? They're lazy. People here in this country who just rely on welfare to pay all their groceries and everything, like they still have Section 8 housing, maybe with running water and gas and lights, you know, things like that. Like that doesn't exist anywhere else. Yet people are lazy and don't want to work. Fucked up, man. You know, I think people in America just need to like get a fucking reality check and get some humility and be humbled, you know. And when you see that shit in person, when you see this shit, it will change you. I guarantee it will change you. Like, go off the beaten path and find out for yourself. That's all I gotta tell everybody. Dude, I heard how people live lives in Thailand make you think. Yeah, exactly. Anywhere Southeast Asia, you know, some places in South America. It's in India, for instance, you know. I think people really just need to open their eyes a little bit, especially here in this country. Sorry that you're and like what's crazy is like the most minor inconvenience is like it sets people off so hard in this country, you know? The most minor inconvenience. Like for instance, like the other day, I lost power. I don't know why, but we lost power here in the house. And you know what? I was like, cool. I was like, all right, cool. And you know, honestly, it felt kind of nice for the 20 minutes we lost power. Like me and the wife and like my youngest kid, we like just hung out on our bed. We like busted out a book. We took our phone out for a flashlight. Like that felt really good, you know. And then the lights came on, and guess what? Oh, okay, lights are back on. Kids back to their phone, you know, back to their room. But most Americans, you know, we'd be like, oh, there's no power, and like complain. But, you know, we just tried to make the best out of it. Like, oh, alright, cool. My coach told me back that they can only afford one bed, usually for the parent, and the kids just slept on the floor. Damn, that's crazy. That was in Canada? Huh? Yeah, dude, Space Boy. When I lived in the Philippines like for the first couple years of my life, right? Dude, the brownout, it's just called brownouts. They were just normal. Like, oh, fucking power's out. Sometimes it would be so bad that they scheduled the brownout. Like, okay, you're gonna have no power from here to here. And life went on, dude. Life went on. You know? Oh, in Thailand. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, that all I'm saying is that, like, there's a lot more crazy stuff happening out in the world that people don't really, like, have the perspective. And people make a big deal about things that here in this country that really is just a luxury, you know? What's it called? First world problems, right? Is that the term? Yeah, first world problems, right? Yeah, take our comfort for granted. Bro, like, every day I'm just like, dude, I'm super blessed, you know? got a roof, or like I grinded to the point where I got a roof around my kids. They could eat. We could go out, get food if we want to. You know, I have a car. Like, you know, I'm super blessed. Like, but still humble. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna ever take that shit for granted, dude. Because there's people out there that don't have it like that. You know. And these are just simple things to Americans. You have a place to live. Maybe you have a vehicle. Yeah, wiring is fun. I this is why I kind of like doing the streams with you guys around, just because now, like, look, I'm just doing this by, not even like, I'm doing this by muscle memory at this point, you know? And I get to have a cool conversation with you guys. Just about life. Alright, let's wire this up. Better to have the chats you're not alone with your thoughts. That's facts. I don't even know what I'd do. If I'd just be sitting here wiring, I don't know what I'd be thinking about. I'd probably be thinking about food. And like Formula 1. I don't know. Or like how to get better at playing Dalsim. You know? I think that's what I'd be thinking about. Oh, what? How can I add more mix to a sim? You know? Some other countries have it worse, but there's people who actively make your life worse. So they can't make their... Wait, so they can make their life that is already way better than yours even better. Yeah, right? Like, yo, dude, you guys, like us, right? We have the luxury of hanging out and watching others... having someone else play video games or work. What is that? That shit is unheard of. Do you remember when, like, you first told, like, your parents about what Twitch is, or, like, someone older than you what Twitch is, and, like, how dumbfounded they were? It's so normal to us, right? But then, like, do you guys remember that conversation? Oh, well, like, what do you do? Oh, I watch this thing called Twitch, right? Wait, what's that? Okay, so, like, you know, this guy, they'll play video games on, and broadcast it, right? And then they'll be like, why? Why would you watch that? Like, that shit was like some shit some aliens would do, you know? Bro. Even today, when you tell, like, sometimes I'll tell people what I do. I'm like, yeah, you know, I build these controllers for people, and sometimes I do it on the stream, right? Sometimes I do it, and then, like, of course, the first question is, people watch that? I'm like, I guess. I mean, shit. You know what I mean? It's funny. It's actually hella funny. You know? Yet people in this country crowd around and tailgate and do all types of weirdo stuff for people throwing a pigskin around with freaking tights on. You know what I mean? Throwing a ball around wearing freaking tight ass, and like, that's like, you know, if you think about it, that's even sillier. People watch paint dry. Yeah. Yo, Bob Ross is fire, man. My kids love Bob Ross. They're like, Bob Ross. I mean, Bob Ross, like, he's an artist, of course, right? But like, he's really more of a technician than he is an artist. Bob Ross perfected the way to paint nature, and have like. Hold on, guys. I need to. I'm sorry. I gotta move this up just because I don't want to snag this artwork. Everyone loves Bob Ross. How do you not like Bob Ross? You know, at least the character on screen. I don't know how. Like, I heard he wasn't that great as a person, but I don't know anything about that. But that's just what I read and heard. But yeah, just saying. But on screen, he's like freaking Mr. Rogers, right? Everybody loves Mr. Rogers. Who don't like Mr. Rogers, bro? He used to be a drill sergeant? That's crazy. Oh, fudge. God dang it, guys. You gave your time. Went the other direction. Okay, bottom panel. You showed up. You were always there. That's nuts. I think I've read that before. That used to be a drill sergeant. I forgot. Yo, Frieza, the borders on this look crazy. The gold and yellow, like the gold and yellow, fire. Guys, if you guys don't know Frieza in the chat, this is his graphic design work. I actually did not do these graphics. Done by Frieza. Yeah, for one time we have bottom artwork, right? Usually we don't do the bottom art. Everyone wants the foam. The foam. The foam. It's one of the reasons he got painting. He said he didn't like yelling at people. That's cool. Yeah, if you just learn like those like little techniques that he was teaching. Yeah. Yeah, Frieza's sick with it, bro. Frieza too sick with it. One sec, guys. Happy little trees, bro. All you need in life, right? Sometimes it's that simple. Happy trees. Round. Second. Okay, we're plugging in the power to the PCB. I'm sorry, the LEDs to the PCB. And then we're gonna put the front side. I'm sorry, the side panel on, the last side panel. Okay. Okay. Borderlands logo here. Frieza again, killing it with the graphics. Graphics. Where's my air gun? Here we go. Gotta dust this bad boy. Oh yeah. I'm thinking about making them normal, but I think I might have to redesign it to make them smaller because they really waste a lot of freaking they waste a ton of filament. It takes an hour and 45 minutes to print one set for you guys. That's why I only do a commission only, because it's like I can't be doing that for my regular orders all day long. Ain't no way. All right, guys. So we got gold is best feet as well, and then we're gonna put on some corner covers, corner cushions, which we got to go get from the other room. Okay, we need 4 of these. Damn, this is sexy, guys. Sassy. Yo, man, you cannot. It's so hard to have a real, like a solid conversation talking about arcade sticks. If you know, with the pause and all that, it's just terrible. It's impossible. Anytime you're talking about yo man, nice stick. Pause. Like come on, like we can't have a real conversation with arcade sticks. It's just not possible. Yo, bro. How tall is that shaft? Yeah, shaft length and everything. Yeah. How tall is that shaft? It doesn't look like a standard length shaft. Right? Just the whole time. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, like one time I was at a tournament, what's that? Power Surge tournament, and my boy Hizzle, right? He has like a link, the link EX Groove or whatever, like this thing, right? The link, the removable top, right? And he forgot his, so he just rolled to the tournament like this, right? And the whole time, he was like, "Yo, who got it?" And he knew I had it, and he's like, "Yo, Johnny, can I borrow your shaft, bro? Can I use your shaft again? Can I use your stick?" You know, it's like, damn, bro, pause. The whole time. Okay, I'm gonna get the corner cushions, guys. Yeah, bro, that's the wildest. Like, only in this sense can that ever happen. Yo, man, let me borrow your shaft, bro. I left my shaft. Damn. All right. So I'm just gonna line these up first. Okay. I love these corner foams, man. Honestly, I should have thought about these sooner than like when I introduced For the Dub. I should have made these like off the rip. I just didn't. Like, I can't tell the difference between these and like the big ones, and it get to see all the art, you know? Like, if I had the other pads, it would cut off this much, you know? So these lovely ladies, you want to be able to see them. Woo! Yo, Frieza, can you do me a solid, bro? Can you tell me, if you used like this graphic? I don't know who drew this, but if you like used a certain artist. Yeah, buddy. Okay. All right, let's do a game test real quick. Wait, should I, yeah, beauty, right? Should I test, I'll test it out here. Yeah, it looks like fan art, that's why. I'm starting to be more careful about that stuff. Just because, you know. Yeah, Frieza did the graphics on this, guys. You guys don't know. Woo! Okay, we need a USB-C cable, correct? Correct. Let's see. I do have one of those right here. This is my espresso that I drink, the Illy. So I was like, I needed like a. I'm gonna get another one for my zip ties. I needed one for my cables that I keep around here. I needed something for my cables. I'm like, and I was recycling that because I just recycle it normally. I was like, you know what? You know what? Let's be conscious about things. Yeah, yeah. There we go. We got some lights, baby. Woo! That's sexy. Woohoo! Sassy. Yeah, it does look cool. All of the lights, all of the lights. How come Fightsticks use Nutrix instead of USB-C? This is USB-C, bro. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's USB-C. We're using USB-C. Also, if you're talking about USB-B, that's because it's stronger. Dude, this is mad fragile, bro. You know what I mean? If that's USB, you know how USB-C is? I don't gotta explain what USB-C is. Got me messed up. Okay. So let's send this into... Oh no, I don't gotta do that. Let's just go ahead and test out inputs. Yeah, okay, so we do have our control here. Okay, let's test out everything. Left, right. Touchpad doesn't work, obviously next X input. Down. No, left, down, right. Jump, good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yep, okay. Home works, share works, no, start works, and share works. Awesome. I gotta turn that feature off, the home button. What's that, guide? Yeah, like home button becomes guide or something like that. Okay. Let's do a quick game test. Did I update Street Fighter? I think I updated it. It probably needs to run that like mini update, but let's do it. Uh-oh. Let me run on offline mode. Go offline. Play. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. I have to kill avatars because I need to let it run on... I need to close Steam. Hold on. Gotta close Steam. Exit Steam. Okay. Let's go online. Right, you know what? I have a freaking mouse. Go online. Play. It's so shimmery, right? The lights. I love this new brand of LEDs that I found. I hope I can get them more often. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music down, guys, just because I usually use this part for YouTube. I don't have to do any like editing. Check. Okay, I have two mics now. Also, I'm gonna clip a mic here. There we go. Maybe you guys can hear the game. Oh, how come I can't? With these ears. No? How come it's not picking up the sound? Check. That's weird. It's not picking up the sound. Maybe it's just only targeting my voice. That's actually a good point. Yeah, but like the Street Fighter 4 was scaring the crap out of you, right? You boot up, it's like Ultra Street Fighter 4. You guys ever leave Street Fighter 4 in the background? You guys ever leave SF4 in the background, bro? It's game over for you. You learned it when you weren't expecting it. Ultra Street Fighter 4! Bro, you get cooked so hard. This is the best layout for Legos, man. Unless you really got the right thumb tech. You can always just make this up, though. I'm working hard trying to be a better man. I gotta get used to doing the yoga flame motion. I can barely do it. I'll never learn. I used to cheat. I used to drag my finger, but I feel like I don't want to lose that position in your hand. Like that. See, I dropped it. Actually, not that bad. Yo, what's up, Scrub? King Scrub, what's going on, man? Play test with controller, yep. Yeah, thanks for the play-by-play, man. Advance always wants a play-by-play. Uh-oh. What's jump going on? That's weird. Now that, oh, jump is stuck for some reason. Okay, I wonder why that's going like that. Maybe something's wrong with the switch. Oh, it's depressed. Oh, wow. Okay. Hold on. Hmm. I'm gonna check that out. It has something to do with the #1 position. I probably have to redo that button. I'm gonna repatch it in. Oh. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's put it back to... It's so sensitive. Look at this. I'm just tapping it. Jumps. Yeah, I think there's... I have to probably fix the plunger. That's crazy. It's crazy how sensitive it is. Alright. You gotta learn how to play serverless better with Dolphin, guys. Yeah, I gotta fix the cap. But that's an easy fix, guys. I'll do that off stream. I'm just gonna reposition the cap. I don't know, it's going too... the input's really low. But this is how it is with these buttons, man. They're so fast. Okay. Either way, guys, everything is working. All right, let's just do our final build. All right, guys, we have finished. Oh, let me turn this off. Hold on. Turn off Street Fighter over here. All right, guys, we have finished the Borderlands. What the hell am I saying? Holy crap. Guys, we have finished the build for the homie Troika. This is a Borderlands theme. Graphics done by Shadowloo Frieza, aka Frieza Art. Amazing. KT buttons as usual. LEDs going off via voice activation. We have them set to the lowest setting for speed. All right. Let's do a quick tour around the build. LEDs are off at the moment. Got some of the main characters peppering the side panels here. Gold trim, gold, purple, and black trim all around. Got the logo and the buttons here. Borderlands logo on the front here. Oof. Same around this side as well. And check out the rear side. More of the characters. Ooh. Gold feet here. We have a foam corner cushions all around. GP2040 CE. 6God split layout. On a for the dub. This is a 1.5 height. I usually, for stickless builds, I usually do the 1.5 height. That's it, guys. We are done. Woo! We are done. We are done. Dun dun dun. What do you guys think? Yeah, W build, right? Let's go. WW build. Came out dope, right, you? All right, guys. So I am going to make sure that I'm not having that jump issue with this button, but that's again a very simple fix. All right, super simple fix. Just got to take it apart and reposition the switch. And yeah, I'm gonna test it out on PlayStation 5. Make sure that works. And then I'm gonna get this wrapped up and shipped off today. W Build. Shout out to Frieza again for the amazing graphics. Did a fantastic job with this, guys. Yeah, so Karu's build is gonna be next. I'm gonna do your graphics next. I'll probably do that tomorrow, Karu. Right? If you want to add any other notes for the graphics, let me know. But I think I have what I need from you, unless you want to update it or something like that. Yep. Oh, nice, Raichu. Yeah, dude, you know what's funny? I was like, because I asked you something. I forgot what I was like. Yo, I bet your Raichu's testing this shit right now. And sure enough, you done did it. That's pretty funny, man. All right, guys. I'm going to head out. Have a fantastic rest of the day. I will be back with more builds. Don't forget to vote. Can we do one final step, guys? Everybody, Raichu, I don't know if you did this yet. Everybody on chat, can you guys please vote for me for the Evo Awards? Right? I'm going to pull it up on the screen right now. So, evo.com/awards. Okay. So, all you're going to do here is go to best product. Okay. And then select right here, jonyfraze for the dub. Because all these guys are corporate, man. Brooks may be like, they're corporate now. Corsair, you're going to vote for Corsair? Right? Come on, vote for your boy. And vote for all your other friends. Like the best local right here. Best local, Iron Grid. I got to support my boy. Best artist. Of course, I'm going to select my boy Clev. Right? Alright. What else? Best pop-off of the year. Best pop-off. My man Shin Paolo. Come on now. Shin Paolo. Right? What else am I missing? What else am I missing? Content creator of the year? Is there that? Best content creator? I'm gonna do a Diaphone, bro. It's my boy Diaphone right here. Alright. You submit all votes. Put in your email. Confirm all your votes. You're gonna put your email right here. And then you're good. Alright? Vote for your boy, please. Alright? That might be life-changing for me, guys. So if you guys like what I do, vote. Alright? That might be life-changing for me. Just saying. Alright? Anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Love you guys. Take care. Thank you again for tuning in. Frieza, again, fantastic job on this. I'll send you photos. Alright? Yeah, you can vote as many times as you can. Right? Vote, like, use your wife's email, use your other email, use your junk mail email. Vote like a motherfucker. Alright? Bet? Alright.